Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Star Wars Inc. As you can see, between episodes I did a little bit of work. I have 2 shop assistants. I have a whole lot of resources because I just decided to save a lot of money. We need a lot of money for this episode. I have the shop closed at the moment because I was just building up stock. But I basically opened the shop and I just let these 2 guys deal with everything that came in while I was running around doing upgrades and adding new machines because we need a lot more production than we were getting. And that means that grabbing a bit more ore from here, making more ingots. We've got down on this side another Carnate ingot production setup. That's going. And then we got another Carnate ore setup over here. So that's delivering. And we got lots of money. Which means that we'll be able to grab one of our little cores when they eventually pop out over here, which should be soon because I've done all the upgrades on this machine. So now we only need 1 of each ingot to be able to produce a core, and I've also got the Lucky Strike upgraded, so sometimes from those we get 2. So that's pretty cool. We're going to open up, we're going to go downstairs, but there's stuff to do. We need to upgrade our laser, and there are a couple of areas up top that we need to clean up. But there's a lot to do, so let's get stuck in. So back up at the top. Another thing that I'd like to do in this episode is explore the transport system and kind of automate things even more. Right now they're very automated. I can open the store and I can just leave it. And if I lose out on a bonus, I lose out on a bonus when something runs out. But at the moment, I think we're good. I'm going to grab one of these and take it with me. We're going to open that door. But before we open that door, I'm going to head into this room and I'm going to do this upgrade on the laser. And that changes my laser to the pink color, and I'm going to head downstairs and I'm going to go and open the door. And I've got another skill point. Oh yeah, the skill points. So let's drop that in there. That will open that door. We're not going to head down there right away because if you remember, there was some of that pink gumph over on this side right here. And if we open that, well, there we go. It opens and we come out right next to this driller that I put in. I think I put it in the last episode, but it's there. And that makes the route a lot shorter. Also, there's all of this that needs to be cleaned up. So I'm going to push through all of this rock first. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me grab another skill. What are we going to upgrade? The capacity, I don't really need that much. I'm carrying 4 at the moment. I could do the laser efficiency. Got all that money coming in. That's great. Wow, 1 sale, 4,950. Now you can see why my cash was so high. Those cores are 600 apiece. Luck, not really a big thing for me. Quick build, not really a big thing. Oh, the decorator, yes. This adds 20% to deco points, so it increases your star rating and also then your money. So why not? Let's do that. So we should see even better money coming through on each sale. Anyway, let me finish getting through all of this stuff. Okay, the rocks are done. I see another little robot. Yep, let's go get him. 490 to repair that one. Glad I've got cash. So, what I want you to do, because you're the new guy, I want you to clean up all the rocks that I just created. That'll keep him busy for a while. I'm going to clean all of this pink biomass out, or purple biomass. Actually, what color is it? Don't know. I'm going to go with pink. It looks very pink. And the last piece that I broke up actually gave a couple of carnates. That's nice. And we have found another Amberon field. That's super. And that was pretty good. Wow, we have a heck of a lot of that lying around. I have got that aurosite field. We'll mine those. And that is the last one. And then I've got just a little bit more to clean up. That's the last one. And while I've been cleaning this area up, well, there's a lot of stuff to be collected here, and we have a dude collecting. I think I'm going to head up and I'm going to close the shop because we suddenly have a huge amount of cash. Let me build up stocks again. So, well, we could carry on going, but I think I'm going to close that for now. There are a few other things that I'd like to do. Well, firstly, I have a point. So, I'm going to go with laser efficiency on this one. Confirm. I want to also get more decorations. So let's go and do that. Right, so into the decoration terminal. We've got that. We got that. We don't have this. I will buy it. In fact, I think I'm just going to buy all the rest if I can. The bubbleator, that looks good. Hollow ore, yep. And then we've got the hollow carnot, and then the hollow Amberon. Yep, we're going to start mining Amberon soon. And then we go into the displays. So that is the bio count display. And then we have the value mat. That is done. And then we have the income. That's sorted. And anything else? Nope, we got everything. So now that we have that, I want to head over to the terminal for the transport networks. And that was somewhere around here. Yep. Okay, so the relay. We'll buy that. And I'm going to be testing these things out to see how they work. The next we have is a small storage. Yep, we can get that. Then the normal storage. And then there's the ejector. That could be very useful to bring items from machines, like final items, and then drop them closer to where the little robots can pick them up. Or even take them upstairs. I don't know about building these things inside. And then we have, once the automatic sales has been unlocked at the sales storage. Yes, that's something I forgot about. So if we head back up to the top, just after I built the core machine, this unlocked. And now you can see we have an upgrade on that. Now also we have an upgrade on this dude. So let's see what's available. Capacity upgrade. Right, we'll do that. This guy has an upgrade as well. You can see the little symbol above their head. Okay, and this has an upgrade. So if we take this and we go automatic sales, this will allow us to sell to the galaxy automatically, but there is a significant reduction in the price. Might as well knock out a bit of the TP. We'll take that up to 5. And we've got enough money, so we could take that up quite high. Yeah, all the way. And then there's the speed, and that will only come into play once we've got the TP, which means we actually need to sell some stuff. Now, we do have an abundance of ore. So let's do that. So we'll go to products and ores, or minerals, and then we'll click on ore. And we're going to let that run. Now, as you can see, it's selling. Well, it isn't yet, but once that little bar reaches the end, it'll sell. And we can speed that bar up. We could add other things to it as well. We can add multiple items. And those will just sell automatically, and I think just keep the volumes under control. And we'll make money subtly. So we bought some decorations. Let's put them in. I think we've done the plants. Here we have. The holograms, there are a few now. So let's do the hollow ore. And we'll just put it over there and build it. Oh, and that little robot broke my beam. Huh. It makes me wonder if those beams for the transport system can cross. Anyway, next one. We can do the hollow carnot right there. Get that built. Good. Now, I'm not going to choke this area up too much because I'm going to try and bring the transport network up here. If I can. It'll require a bit of experimenting, but yeah, we'll get there. Anyway, back to that terminal, and we can see, yep, the sales unit, we can buy that now. It costs us nothing, really. The sales unit automatically sells products from the sales storage at set intervals. You can choose which products to sell at the sales unit. Well, there you go. And that was it. So we have all the transport network stuff, which leaves us with very little to do here. Oh, wow. 2 points. Okay, well, we'll get the eager learner again, and I think this time I'm going to go... I'm maxed out on laser efficiency. Capacity, maybe I'll use 1 for that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. And that's really it for what we can do up here, other than going and starting to mine some Amberon. So we have a spot in here with Amberon that I think I'm going to use for Amberon ingots, because I think the Amberon ingots need the ore ingots as well. So let's start this off. Oh yes, we need to go and buy the driller, and that's just around here, so not a problem. So let's go and do that. So that is already, that's done. Okay, this is the one, and we can only get it once we have mined one manually. So let's do that, and we have one. Super. Now we should be able to hop through that door, head down here, and Amberon driller, buy. Super, we got the blueprint. Now I want to see, can we get the next one? We can actually already get the smelter for the Amberon, so let's get that. Perfect. I'm not going to put it up yet, but soon. So, driller for Amberon. Let's see, how am I going to play this? I'll head it out in that direction. Right there. And we can build this. That is done. And that is going to start mining. And then we can go in and see what the upgrade costs are. So it's 2,500 for deep drilling on this. I'm not going to bother with that just yet, but I am going to give this some TP because it does produce super slow. And I want to push out as many as I can so that I can get that TP quickly. And then we have another one, which I'm going to use just for the ores. And that is way down over here, right there. And I will build another driller, Amberon, and we're going to place it out and 100%. Put that in, build. Good. I've got this process started. I'm going to do the same with the TP on this one. Pump it all the way up. And now, I think it is, now that we've got this, I think it's time to go and venture downstairs and see what's new. So, we come to this area. Let me just clean this up. Wow, my laser's fast. Right. Some stuff dropped down there. Clean this up. That is cleaned. There's a lot to clean up. Give me a second. Okay, we've mastered the basics of mineral processing, mine, smelt, automate. I'm almost a little proud. But before you crown yourself Ore Baron, here's a detail. You've only seen part of the station so far. What you're looking at is the lowest section of the station. Believe me, there's more down here. More mines, new resources, maybe even some secrets I don't know about. So get your D64 and start. Okay, profit indeed. And I'll just carry on cleaning this area out. Luckily, my laser gets through this stuff really quickly. Oh, look, we have another little robot. Let's repair you and you the noob. So, no, not upgrade. I'm going to set you to clean up my mess. At least there'll be a couple doing that. Oh, and another disc. Entry 7 of 9. Crew member Dax Mando. Stardate 2049. Hal keeps drinking Romulade. Bobby never stops talking. And now Meteor's hit the station spreading biomass. We're sealing the doors, hope Hal remembers the codes, but it's even coming out of the damn walls. We're trying to keep it under control with lasers. I love the smell of burning in the morning. Reminds me of LV-426. And I should take care of Hal. There was a parasol medkit with some T vital serum under the stairs upstairs. That should calm him down a bit, I'll get it. Okay, more of the story. So that's the second disc we found. And I already have another skill point to unlock. What should I do? I don't know if quick build is really that important. I would like to increase the data rate so things are transferred across the lines faster. So let's do that for a change. We are getting through the XP super quick. And there's lots of stuff dropping that we will be able to pick up. Just got to make sure that I'm not missing anything. There's a door that's going to cost 5,000 to open. We'll get to that. And I think we've cleared all the blue biomass out. Now we've got to do the pink one. And that just dropped Carnet bars. Nice. It's just like free money. And I think that is the end of the pink stuff. Then there's this brown stuff that we are not able to get through, but oh no. There's an old crew member. Didn't know anyone was left behind here. My sensors are showing nothing and I scanned pretty thoroughly, believe me. But according to my data, he's been dead for many years. That's sad. I wonder how he got locked in down here. Was he forgotten or was he guarding something? I may be a robot, but even my circuits are feeling kind of melancholy right now. Maybe we'll find out what happened. I suggest you have another look around. Who knows what we might discover. Okay, so we are gated. There is a door here, and oh my guys are picking up from here. And there's a door here. Well, let's go through the cheap door. 5,000 being cheap. And we have a room with rocks to clean out. Well, here's fun. But man, it does go super quick now. And it looks like we found ourselves another little robot. What else is here? Well, let's clear this first. Alright, that is almost everything. Wait, there's a blue rock here. Oh, I know what this is. We saw it from the top before. Yeah, more of the orosite. So I'm going to grab all of them. And that is it. Cool, let's pick up the robot, repair, and yep, you are going to clean up my mess. So now I've got 3 of them cleaning my mess. Cool. This area is cleared. We've got a couple of Carnet fields in here. Not a bad spot. And then we have another door over here for 7,500. We can open it. I'm going to have to start making some sales again soon. Hack successful. We're in. And guess what? Blue rocks. But it doesn't matter now because it's so fast to break them down. Right, I cleaned out most of the blue rock. We've got an ore field. We have a Carnet field over there. We've got some pink stuff over on this side. On this side, I've got some space to go. But we found another Amberon field. I think I'll head over in this direction first, clear out all this pink stuff. And another Carnet field. Oh hey, we've got another skill point. Oh, that's pretty nice. This is clear. Oh, look, more orosite. Well, I'm going to do this. And that is done. And I have another skill point. So, what do I do? Increase the data rate or the decor? I think for now, let's increase the data rate. The signal strength is going to be important eventually as well. So let's just bear that in mind. That'll make our lines longer because you're kind of limited on the length of a connection that you have. But that's okay because we've got those relays. So, break through all of this. Cool. Another Carnet field. And wow, more Aurosite. Man, they're just handing us cash. And that is done. So, more blue rock. And we can get through it pretty quickly. And that has led us to another Amberon field. Wow, there's a fair bit of it here. Very nice. And that has all been cleaned up and it has brought us to another door that needs 10,000. And I have the money, so let's do it. And what are we going to walk into? More mess, I presume. Of course. Why not? I see something over there. Ah, there's a place that needs light cores. That's a new type of core. But in the meantime, we can destroy all of these rocks. And that is that. And here's the body. Oh, no. So let's grab ourselves another robot. We'll repair. They're up to 1,000 now. But that's okay because we've also increased money. You can go and do cleanup as well. All right, that's all cleaned out. Oh, and it looks like we have another robot. And that's 1,200 to fix. And you can go and do the same. There's a lot to clean up. Okay, so we need light cores for this. And I haven't done light cores before, so we're going to have to figure out how they work. But I have an idea from one of the machines that I read that we need the Amberon and the normal ore. And that will allow us to enter a new area. Cool. So that's what we need to work towards. That means we need to get the Amberon bar production going. There's a lot to get done here. And it's pretty far away. So I'm going to have to start using that relay network. I'm kind of tempted to bring everything into this area. But first, let's do some decorations because I need to make some more money. We haven't done the hollow pick. Where can I put? Let me put that kind of somewhere out of the way, like there, and build it. And then over on this wall, I want to put the boards up. What is it? A trigger? Oh, this is the bubbleator. I don't know what that activation means. The bubbleator 900 fires a load of scent-neutral soap bubbles every time you walk by, supposedly to reduce the crew's stress. Some say the bubbles are intelligent, others say it's nonsense. We just say glitter always works. Right, well, I suppose. Where do I walk around a lot? This is probably the area that I'm going to spend a lot of time walking around. So let's put that over there. And we can get that built. And because I'm going to have to walk here, this is a good place to put the signage. So, science. Let's do the income-o-mat, which shows your average revenue. Nope. I want to do that, the value-o-mat. And stick that as far back as possible. Right there. Get that built. And this will show us what our value is. Ooh, we're valued at 190,000 G. And the next one, the biocount screen. I can get that back to about there. Get that built. And this will tell us how much biomass is left to get rid of. Alright, not bad. We've got rid of 75% of it. And then there's one more screen. Where do I put that? Oh, that's probably good up in the sales area because it's got to do with sales. So we can put that, yeah, over here. And that's this one, the income mat. Shove that as far back as possible and build it. And we're about to get another skill point. Not far off. There we go. Last 10 minutes I've made 12G. Well, I haven't really. Oh, there's the skill point. I think I'm going to go with decorator again. Confirm. And that should add a little bit to our stars. How are we doing up here? Been going for a while. Oh, good. We got 15 Amberon. That probably means I can do some upgrades. But the more important thing is to make the Amberon ingots. And Amberon mine's super slow. So let's have a look at where we are. Let's pick up the drill speed on both of them. So here's the other one. And we can pick up the speed. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, but these are very, very slow to produce. And there's still 40 left in each, so I don't need to worry too much about going infinite just yet. But I do feel like I need to clean some stuff up. I can carry 5 at a time now. There's a lot of trash lying around. Oh, look at that. A couple of cores as well. So, time to do a little test. I want to bring this. I see this is full. But I want to bring it to, I don't know, this area maybe. So if I build and we go to transport system and I get a relay. Actually, the relay is not what I wanted. It's this ejector. And I can put it inside. But I'm not going to for this one. I'm going to just squeeze it off to the side over here. I need to offload some stuff before I can build. Now this is just going to be a short test. And we have built that. So we should be able to, and we're probably not going to be able to reach. But if we hit E and we go over here, yep, it only goes 10 meters. So somewhere in here, I need to build myself a relay. And that's this one. And place that in that direction. Cool. Now I can take this, connect it to here, and then this, and take it to there. And that should kick out everything that's produced in that machine to here. Now this is just a tester. Might not work because of all these things lying in the way. But if I go and drop these in, it's going to spit them out onto that line. Is it? Strangely... Wait, hang on. Do I not have auto-eject on this? I do. Why is it not ejecting them? Maybe it just doesn't like that. Alright, well, we'll let this one build and see how this works. Alright, so there are a couple of ingots. Now, why is it not taking it? Okay, so it's not working. Does that mean I have to take it from a storage? So, let's get this stuff out of the way. I'm going to take this relay out. So, we need to disconnect. And it's a bit of a thing to disconnect. But now I'll be able to move this, and I'll just shove it over there because I don't want to get rid of it. I want to use it somewhere. And then, let's see if we can build in a storage. Now we'll just get the normal storage and put that over here. It does have an input. It has 3 outputs. Now we can test that to... Oh, wait, hang on. I need to build this first. Honestly, that took a lot longer to build than it probably should have. So let's take that and head it over to there, and we'll see if that does anything. There's one more piece coming through. This will be done. Now does it work? Yes, it does. Let's see if we can load those up now. Yep, they'll all go through. And those are going to go into storage. Perfect. That'll keep this machine running a bit. And then if I connect one of these, so I'll just grab that one. Oh, there's 4 outputs on this. Okay, I've done that. We have stuff in storage, but it won't go to this launcher thing. Interesting. Okay, so this ejects all materials that arrive via the transport system. And that's all it does. But I don't know what I'm missing. Nothing is coming out of here. Is there something that I need to set up? Maybe an upgrade? We can add more storage. But that is about it. Making it pretty obvious that that must go to there, but it's just not going there. Man, I'm going to have to figure that out. What I would like to do is be able to bring everything closer to this area so that my little workers don't have to work as hard. Speaking of workers, let's see if any of them... Oh, that one needs an upgrade. Let's chase him down. Good, I can increase capacity, and oh, money has gone again. So, let's open the shop. We have stuff to sell. We have a whole bunch of orosite. That's great. Alright, let's open up. We'll let these 2 guys deal with it. They can handle 15 items with ease. What is all of this doing in here? Must be an order that someone didn't buy, or maybe I closed while there was someone there. Alright, well, we have sold our first Amberon. And Amberon on its own goes for 50. Oh, no, it goes for 100. But there's the web sell price, so it's half. And so if we sold it through this setup, it would be half the value. I think we got enough customers to keep us going. Alright, well, that was a heck of a sale. 7,600. Alright, well, we'll have money again very, very soon. Let's go and get some Amberon ingots sorted out. Right, we can do another upgrade over here. Let's sort out the speed. And then we're going to build the smelter, the Amberon smelter, and we'll put it right about there. And get that built. Good, that's done. Now we can take this, connect it to there, and we can get this process started, and this is going to be slow. This needs 8 Amberon, but we'll be able to bring that down to 7. It's going to be slow, but yeah, it'll be worth it. And we're back up to 21,000 money again. That's amazing. So I think I'll give it a little bit of a TP boost all the way because I want to speed this automation through as quickly as I can. And we have another skill point. Let's see, what should I go for? I want to get decor again. Make more money off the decorations we've got because we do have a lot. Now this sale that we're doing is probably the highest value sale we've had so far. It's got all the big stuff. And that sale, 7,400. But look at our Decor bonus, 406. Our extra bonus for delivering everything was 900. Really good. Alright, well we got 2 in here. It's going to take a while. See what we can do on upgrades. Yeah, Lucky Strike. We definitely want the Lucky Strikes. And we can head to the other Amberon miner. Let's see if we've got anything we can do here. Yep, lots. So definitely the speed first. Get a Lucky Strike going there. Well, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. This is going to be very slow to upgrade. In the meantime, we are still doing sales, so the cash is still coming in. And I'm going to need to sort out this transport network and see how it all works. So I can take out of the storages, but I can't automatically take out of the storages. Maybe I need to connect more. Right, they're all connected, and yet still nothing. Alright, so I'm disconnecting all of those because that doesn't work. Right, we have the ability to make our first Amberon ingot, so let's do that. And it's done. Superb. And we are making money like crazy right now, but I think we're running out of things. So let's see if we can do anything. Yeah, let's do the auto eject. We need to get to automation very quickly. So there's our first Amberon ingot, and I'll take that upstairs. And I discovered something with the transport system. So this works now because you actually have to go in here and select the product. And you can select pretty much everything. So that means I'm going to start bringing things up to make life a lot easier for my little delivery guys who are struggling. But this also gives us a bit of insight into other materials coming. We have Nocolith. I suppose that's how you pronounce it. So that is the other ore that we're going to be looking for. And if we go into ingots, there it is, the Nocolith ingot. And then there are a couple more cores after the light core. Good. All I have to do now is connect things up. But that's not really what I'm focusing on right now. Right now I'm focusing on, okay, first of all I'm going to close the store because we have a lot of cash. We'll drop that in. We'll build up some stock of the Amberon. And I need to get the faraway things here close by. Unless I can take them all the way upstairs. Yeah, but then you won't be able to drop them all in. You can only use one output, one product output, as far as I can tell. Oh, and I have another skill point. My word. I might as well hit the eager learner. There's like 30 levels. So we'll do that. Oh, I have this set and it is actually selling. So we're getting a little bit of extra money from selling the ore. I could probably put the ingots on there as well. These ones. Do I have upgrades I can do? Oh, yeah, I can do all the speed upgrades. So that's all done. That will sell much faster now. So I can come in here and go, all right, we've got a lot of these ore ingots. So let's add them to the mix. And now they're selling automatically as well. They're selling for 50% of the price, but chances are I wouldn't have been able to sell them properly here anyway. So I'm going to keep doing that, and that gives me experience as well. Great. All right, I'm going to have to think about this transport network, because I think the ingots from here and from here probably need to go through. Now, another experiment. If I put a relay down, can I feed 2 into one relay? So let's build this relay and connect that to there. And then I'm going to have a storage box for those garnet ingots. And I think I'll probably just do a small one. So small storage over here. Yeah, it's sort of out of the way. Get that built. And that's done. So I will connect. Yeah, I'm not going to connect that yet because I want to do more of these. So let's build another relay. What is that? Oh, that's small storage that I just built. It keeps the thing that you've just built easily accessible. So let system, another relay. I'm going to put that relay over here. And then another relay. Hopefully that reaches. Let me just build them. You can always move them. Connect that to there. Build this one. Good. Connect that one to there. That's 7 meters. I could have gone a little further back with this one. That's okay. I think I only need one more. We'll grab this and we'll put it like that. Will that work? We can hope. Get that built. Cool. Connect this machine to there and this into this relay over there. And let's see if we can feed 2 into 1. It is the same item. So we grab this, connect it to there, and let's see. Okay, so those ones are coming through. This needs to produce another one. And let's see what happens when that is done. And it does come through. All right, good, good. And they can't occupy the same beam at the same time or they head 2 in the same direction. We have to check out how that works. But these all go through. There's already a couple in storage here. Good. So now I can go and build another relay. And let's see if I can get this through... What's blocking me over here? Another beam. Ah, this is going to be the test. So we put that there. Grab... wait, I need to build this first. But that is built. Connect that to there. It's short. I need to move this. And we'll put it over there. Then now we can see if the beams cross. And they do. There's no issue with that. So now I can build one of those other jobs. The ejector. We will put it over here. Oh, we can bring it even closer. Put it over there. I don't know if my relay is going to reach that. I might need another relay. Yeah, and it also doesn't like going through walls. So we'll get another relay. Put it over here. Get that built. Get our ejector built. And then connect all of this together. So that goes up to there. And then we have to set this ejector to be ingot and garnet ingot. And there we go. Now our robots have to walk a little less. Good, and here come all the ingots, and they're going to get spat out into this area. Excellent. Well, that's certainly going to save a lot of travel for these guys. You got an upgrade. What upgrade do you have? Oh, range and some capacity. Super. And you have an upgrade? Capacity. Good. Choose up the money very, very quickly. That means that we can set up and bring up other stuff from downstairs. I need to go and check on my Amberon. We need to do upgrades here as well. So, Lucky Strike, this is all upgraded, and I can give that a deep. So now that is permanent. Oh, there's a piece of gunk that I missed. And that's done. Let's do the upgrades over here as well. Lucky Strike's done, and deep drilling is done. Now, we can do another one over here, so that I can automate this eventually. How are we doing? Could get the Lucky Strike. I'm going to save up and do automation first. So in front of these ejectors, you can only have 10 items, but that's fine. That means it'll stay in the storage until it's needed. That might mean that it may be better to have the storage closer to the ejector, possibly. So I think what I might do, now that I have those two miners sorted out for the Amberon up here, maybe I'll use both of them because they are slow. I'll use both of them sort of somewhere in this area maybe to make those other cores. We have an iron field over here, but then this might be closer. If I bring that Amberon over from there through to here, make that an ingot as well, or move this machine out of it, put a storage in here to bring that Amberon over into a storage with this one. That way we'll be able to make the ingots faster in only one machine, because we only need one machine. It's not fast enough to justify having two smelters, and then we only have to upgrade the one. And then the Amberon ore we can just bring up from downstairs because we've got a lot of nodes down there. Anyway, we still got some work to do on this. We're at 25 TP. We need to get it to 50 to be able to automate. And then everything after that takes care of itself. Oh, right. And of course we need those cores as well. Yeah. So this is, I think this is the area that I'll do those cores, the new cores. Does that mean I can unlock that machine? Let's go and have a look. So we've got the basic forge. We've got the, oh, this is the light forge. This is the one that we need to unlock. Oh, it's pretty expensive. Good thing I got cash. So we'll buy that. And that's going to need all the setup. So I'm thinking that the Amberon that I'm doing over here, I'm going to take over that way, and we're going to put all the Amberon into one storage down here. Yeah, and then we'll use one of these iron nodes. So I'm going to get, I think, just a small storage here for... Wait, that was a normal storage. Try that again. A small storage. And we can have the Amberon come from that machine to this storage. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn this. I hope I can without disrupting anything. But yeah, we can have that over here. We can bring that Amberon, and I think I'll do that immediately. Wait. No, we're not going to do that yet. Because I still have to have Amberon ore. And that probably means going downstairs and setting one up. So let's do that. Which is the closest one? None in here. Oh, my little robots are handling this lot pretty well. It's not over there. There's the Amberon. And there's the other Amberon. Okay, so let's build miners. 1 over 100% there. And we'll do another one over on this side. Point that in the same direction. Well, sort of in the same direction. And it's in. And then we can build these two. Good, that's done. And just to speed things up, do the TP upgrades. And the same over here. So those are done. And my cash is going, but I have another skill point. Let's do the capacity. Haven't done that for a while. So now I can carry 6. These guys have cleaned up really nicely. And I didn't realize I had so many of them cleaning up. I am up to 11 robots. Wow. Anyway, this one appears to have an upgrade. What is that upgrade for? Oh, yeah, just the deep drilling. Alright, I'm not going to do anything there. So we have a source of Amberon. And this will be the test. Can we get this upstairs? If I was to put a storage in somewhere over here, doesn't need to be a big one. So we'll put a small storage in over there. Hopefully I'll be able to connect. We'll build it. Right, I definitely need to work on, for the next skill points, use it to increase the speed. Okay, that does work. And if I'm lucky, I only need 1 relay. I'll put that over about here. Get that built. Yeah, I definitely need to get that building speed upgrade. All of these things are a bit slow. Connect that to there, and that to there. Pick that one up and drop it in. Okay, so we have that going into storage. Those two will both go into the storage now. But as you can see, it is incredibly slow. And then I can start planning to bring storage out. Let's see if we can test the distance. So if I go 10 meters is here safely. That means that I can get my build tool out, put a relay in over here. Is that going to connect? We can hope. Need to build it first. Right now, this is all experimenting. That does connect. Okay, so I'll be able to bring this stuff upstairs, hopefully. And I'll do the same kind of thing. Measure the maximum distance. So 10 meters is the max. So we can go up to there and build another one right there. That is a bit of a long distance, but it's saving my little robots from having to travel. And then connect that to that. Now that was only 8 meters, but that's okay. How far can I go with this? I only want to really come up to here anyway, so get another relay. We're going to point it that way. Go in as tight as possible so we don't get in the way of anything. And that's built so I can connect that to there. Ooh, there. And I think I'm pretty safe building this one to point that way. Good. And connect that in to there. It's a long way. Let's see where this will take us. About there. That's good. And this is the next relay. Done. Connect it up. And then see how far we can get up the stairs. Okay, so this works. Let's see if we can build like this. I'm going to get it going like around about there. And it doesn't seem to interfere with the ceiling. Grab that one and connect. Excellent. Now, can I do quite a sharp bend on this one? Don't know, let's try it. We put that somewhere over here. And then hopefully we can connect that up. Oh, it doesn't work. It might also be because I'm clipping through the building. Alright, we'll need another relay. So we can just put that in there. And then we make the connection and the next connection. Oh, we're getting close. Okay, so that worked. And now we don't have very far to go. I think if I put one more down around here-ish, I might need another if I'm going to reach. So we finish our relay connections. And I don't think I'm going to get another one to reach here, but I'm going to try. So we can put the ejector down. I think I'll just put the ejector for this down over here and get that built. Good. And we're going to set this one to be mineral, Amberon, and connect that to that. And if we run down the line, which is pretty long, all the way down here, we should start seeing Amberon arriving because there should be some in storage. It is. There it comes. Good. That's working. And maybe by now I can do upgrades. Yep. Speed. And we'll have the same one for this. And with that, we will have Amberon dropped off over here regularly. Well, that's my hope anyway. Alright, we need to carry on because we have a lot of upgrades to do on this. Let's see where we are here. Oh my gosh, I should have been mining. We haven't quite got to automation yet. And we're up to 40, so one more maybe? Yep, and these are moving. Now, I do want to check to see if the next item starts coming. Oh, it does. Okay, good. So the next item will come along on the line without a delay. So these are just basically like conveyor belts now. I love conveyor belts. And I'm going to immediately swipe a bunch of these and go and get some upgrades done on that smelter. Now, it occurs to me I'm going to need another smelter because I think we need the ingots for the new machine. So let me drop these in and heat this up. And with any luck, that is the last time I need to do that. There we go. We are upgraded. Alright, that miner, the driller, is fully upgraded. This one we're going to need to wait until we get to 125 TP so that we can get the efficiency to take the requirement down to 7. But I have another skill point. And although I'm very keen on doing the quick build module, I'm not going to. I think I'm going to go for the higher data rate. This increases the speed of the stuff on the transport connections, because now we have some long transport connections to deal with. And I feel like we're going to have some longer ones. Anyway, we have been collecting some stuff, so I think maybe... Oh, hold on. I need to switch those off because they are coming down a little bit too much. Yeah, so basically you just need to deselect them and then they don't come off anymore. So I'm going to open the shop and let them run with it. Now, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another upgrade, but I can't do it. And I don't know if it's maybe because I don't have the cash, but I can't even see the amount. I'm pretty sure it said 250,000. Could be wrong. Okay, I need 5 of those light cores to be able to open the next door. So to speed this process along, I'm going to do the forge, and I'll put it in... Ooh, wow. I suppose something like that. It's temporary, but at least we can get it started. And while I'm here, let me just build the storage. We can always move it. That's done, and then I'm going to build the light core forge. And I think for a start, I'm just going to manually feed it. Right, that is done. So I'm going to need to maybe move this machine because I want to connect this up around this way. Let's sever this connection. So disconnect and then move this to around here, I think would work. Maybe something like that. That should be good. Reconnect to there and connect that into there. I need to go and close up the shop. So that's closed. I'll pick up some of these because we're going to need them. And this takes 2 of each. So I'll chuck 2 of those in. And then I'm going to connect this up to there. But now that means that we need to set up another one of these machines over on this side. Just so that we continue getting the ingots. We have the ores coming in from the bottom, so that's not a problem. Alright, so smelter. And we'll just have this one right there. Done. And I'm going to need to nurse this one until it's upgraded. In the meantime, we can connect, so all of those will come into here. No more upgrades to do here, right? Oh no, these are all done. This one, I'm going to get the TP done to the max, and we'll come back and revisit that later. And this is the last one we're waiting for to get our first ingot over that way. So there you go, we got our first one in, and now we wait. While we're waiting, we have some points, so let's get the lucky strikes, so that maybe we can get a double. And it seems I have a skill point. What do I go for? We're not selling right now, so that's not really important. The efficiency's done. Oh heck, let's just get skill points faster. And that should mean that I can, on the new smelter, I need to put all of these down and heat this slot up. And we'll get our first tech points, which we can't do much with. But I am going to grab this ingot and head over to this machine and drop it in. And then I've got to put these down and we can heat this slot up. And that's done. That will move across and I can get this going. Done. We have our very first light core. And I can, oh, before I grab the, I just want to grab these, drop a couple in, and I'm going to take that light core downstairs and we'll just follow our line all the way through and go and drop that in the box for this door. And that's 1 light core done. Right, all of these guys are doing nothing now, so they are all going to become collectors because all the collectors need some help. Brilliant. And they have upgrades that I could do on them. I'll get to those. But I think, folks, that is where I'm going to leave this one. In between episodes, I will work on getting things automated a little bit more. There might be upgrades that I can do on this. Not quite yet. Need 3 more to do that lucky strike upgrade. I'm going to have to nurse the other Amberon. That's going to take a while, and then I'll upgrade all of that, and then automate these light cores and try and get this one upgraded. It's going to take a while because there are a few things to do, and my gosh, the automation costs 10,000. Good thing money's not a problem anymore. But I think because we need 100 TP to unlock the automation, what I might do is do the efficiency first. Reduce that to 1 of each of these so that it goes faster. And why do I have 1 of those in there? Hold on. That is surely not supposed to be there, but does that mean that I can have multiple resources in a storage? Oh, that's a possibility. Question is, how do you get it out once it's in there? Seems you don't. Alright, well, I'll have to figure that out. But I think I got my head around the transport system. I might need to move machines around, make things a little bit more efficient here and there, and make some more cash, because I feel like we're going to need it. I think things are getting super expensive. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I like the setup. This little transport network, fairly good. I enjoy it. This game really is very good, and it runs very smoothly as well. We have some dudes that require upgrades. This guy is going to get a very expensive couple of upgrades. Now he can carry 9. Let's see how many he picks up. Yep, almost cleaned everything up, and he's off to go and get something else. One piece of news, the game is set to release on the 6th of November. And again, thank you to the devs for sending me a key. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I hope everyone else will. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!